Right.
Hello, fellas.
What's up,
What's that?
oh my god, AJ. Okay.
Well, they
Well, yeah, there's AJ's little cameo. What's up, guys?
cameos are fun.
Yeah. Anyways, what's up, PokeFight Club watchers? This is Soulfate515 here with my co-hosts Saint Raven93 and JR The Juggernaut. Say hello, guys.
Just
Hello.
remember, I'm the Juggernaut, bitches.
Yes, boys.
Love.
Anyways, so we're
That-
gonna lead
that's
off
old.
this podcast with Deoxys-S. He recently was banned from OU. What is your thoughts about this? I guess we'll let Raven answer the question first. What's your thoughts?
Well, personally myself, I haven't really used the Deoxys speed too much in OU. I mean, looking at it, it's the fastest thing outside of priority, pranksters that can use taunt and such. So that means it can get it can also get. It's also good for getting up the screens real fast and such. You know, I mean, other than that, it doesn't really have too much of a use because of its bulk and such, which is non-existent.
And it's not like that thing's going to be setting up anytime soon. Like, it's not exactly the most powerful poke out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, what about you, JR?
I mean, personally, I haven't used Deoxys-S much. I used it like on one OU team, and that was honestly just a team devoted to setting up hazards, phasing out. I mean, but the way I see it, it's like, I think we see Pokemon like this get banned because of how broken they are, but also in a multi-purpose way. Considering the fact that Deoxys Speed was not only a good, taunting, setting up hazards, also the fact that it could also be a strong, attacker, give it a life orb, it can outspeed so many things, and just get a strong, powerful hit off. Hell, you could even do what some people would do, where they would have a Deoxys Speed with Psycho Boost for special attacking and Superpower, so that they could use Psycho Boost followed up by Superpower and just catch their opponent off guard. It's like there's a lot you can do with it, and that's why I could see Pokemon like this getting the hit, getting the ban hammer.
Yeah, my opinion on it is there really was only three kind of sets that people would run with it. First off being the obvious dual screens, and then one of the hazards, whether using toxic spikes or stealth rocks. The second being the obvious dual screeners that worked really well. And then the last one was the Smash Pass one, all three of which were countered very easily, primarily with the prankster users could easily counter the first set, and then its bulk isn't that great, so you could pursuit any Smash Pass sets, and if they aren't leading off with Deoxys-S, you know it's a Smash Pass set. As for the dual screen one, that was probably its most difficult to deal with. Yeah, the dual screen one, it's probably the most difficult to deal with, but even so, you can still pursuit trap it and get a lot of damage in. Scissor pretty much countered whatever Deoxys set you used, no matter
Yeah.
what. U-turn and pursuit, as long as you had those two on, and bullet punch, you were good. So, yeah. Choice Banded.
U-turn Scizor, it's very
Yeah.
good combination.
And Choice Banded Scissor is becoming the most commonly used Pokemon again this gen, which is no surprise, really.
Usage, I believe.
Yeah. So, in a way, it had a counter that pretty much everyone was using for one thing, and I don't think you could argue that was over centralizing it, but Scissor is used to counter so many things it really didn't matter.
Yeah, but I guess it's
However-
like people, it's Scissor, pokes like Scissor, it does have its weaknesses, so
However, I
Yeah.
feel that this ban is really just another attempt for Smogon to bring it to a more stall metagame, and that was very it was brought forth with the ban of Excadrill back
Well,
a couple months ago.
yeah, but
when
isn't
Excadrill
hitting
was
Deoxys like kind of going against that though?
banning Deoxys.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that kind of going against that kind of?
Not really,
Going
because
against Stall more so?
Deoxys. No, it's actually going for Star Wars because Deoxys-S was what was really keeping the hyper offensive teams alive in this gen. Without him, there really wasn't a whole lot that
No,
could set up the screens as
maybe
well.
this is just from my experience. I noticed that when I faced Deoxys, more often than not, they were all about like either the entry hazards or just
Usually there's main
you know
Usually they were screens or the smash pass
just like
for me.
not
So
being very offensive, more on the defensive side is what I'm trying to say.
yeah, I guess in a way. Well, yeah, the poke itself was more defensive, but I found that teams were more hyper offensive. That's my outlook on it. But yeah, like when Excadrill was banned, Rainstall became like so common in usage it wasn't even funny. And now that Deoxys-S is banned, people are starting to use more stally teams, and that's what I've noticed, at least from this
I don't
ban.
know.
So in a way, I
have
feel
to
with
play
each
more to see
ban
it. I
they've
just hope
made,
that's actually not the case because at first I just thought get rid of Deoxys. Deoxys is like more you're getting like a more annoying stall threat out of the way, but
yeah,
maybe I guess that would be more the case if you got rid of something that had like Prankster, like if you got rid of Sableye or something. I don't know, just as an example.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still don't like. I see all the bans that Smogon has really done this gen has come down to two things. One, the metagame is too offensive for them to handle right now, and it's going to take time for the metagame to stable out.
Which is ironic given the fact that we have pokes like Ferrothorn.
Yeah. And then the second one is permaweather is a big problem, which we'll talk about later because of the Hippowdon ban and now Snowcloak being a problem in UU.
Slowpoke being a problem in UU.
Snowcloak, not Slowpoke.
Snowcloak, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about Hippowdon ban now. So he was banned from UU after being sent down, and he really didn't stay down there for too long.
Yeah.
So with Hippowdon, okay. But yeah, I was thinking about this, like, I don't know if, like, I have mixed feelings on this whole thing, simply because, on one hand, I can understand because of how good Hippowdon is. On the other hand, it doesn't make so much sense to me when thinking about how there's still Hippopotas.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which actually,
there isn't a huge difference between the two. Hippopotas is bulkier, sure, but Hippowdon you're not even using much for attacking purposes anyway, so I don't see much of the point.
Yeah, really, the only difference between Hippowdon and Hippopotas is Hippowdon's going to have leftovers, Hippopotas is going to have Eviolite. So one's going to be bulkier, the other's going to regen HP. It's really the same poke.
He's gonna regen HP, and he's gonna hit a little bit harder, but that's still only a little bit harder.
But even so,
there's also that subject to the whole base HP itself.
Yeah, I guess. But
the things even base HP as it is.
That is true. Still, I don't really know why it was banned. I didn't play UU a whole lot while it was down there. Actually, ironically, when I used Sandstorm teams in OU, I always would pick Hippowdon over Tyranitar unless I was going all-out offensive. But even so, it's still a good poke.
Yeah.
And they really are the same.
It made sense when they banned Vulpix from UU, because it's like Sun and UU would be just flat out insane.
Yeah, because there's no perma rain to go against it to outclass it. So
then it's just like we have Weather War and UU, and that's just really bad.
Yeah,
Sun.
So the Vulpix one was smart, but the Hippowdon one, it just has made no sense at all because you still have Hippopotas
No, it's not
there.
like it's bad. It's just it's rather pointless under these circumstances.
And it's like Abomasnow can easily take out a Hippowdon, like.
Yeah, well,
So
isn't it not necessarily just because of special defense boosts and all from Sandstorm?
that's true. It does get the special defense boost.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it's
But-
like why the
Doesn't get
Powdon
that.
can really live special hits pretty easily, even
Yeah,
from
but-
strong opponents.
Abomasnow can be a sub-seeding set or an all-out attacking set, and it's got a lot of sets that it can utilize. So
You guys just,
True.
You guys just
Yeah.
think Hippowdon gets the special defense boost.
it's going to
What?
deal a lot of damage if it's physical, or unless it's a special set. It's
Well, even
not
if it's a
gonna deal a
physical
lot.
set, though, it's still I've seen physically defensive Hippowdon still take special hits pretty well.
oh yeah, Hippowdon's just a beast either way.
Yep.
Like, but
Also,
they
matter of HP,
still they
there's a
kind
whole-
of like.
total 8 difference in HP.
Yeah. Like, both Hippowdon and Abomasnow, they kind of counteract each other. Like, Hippowdon's
Sort of. It's
really
like,
bulky, but Abomasnow's really powerful, so on one hand, like, plus Abomasnow does have the type advantage, so there's
True.
another point for that.
Double type advantage.
double. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say, yeah.
So, the only thing Hippowdon's got going for it is it's going to get its weather up initially, because it's a lot slower,
Right.
but...
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. Maybe, like, in terms of whether or not it's like actually worth banning, I'm not 100% sure. But it just seems silly just to ban it when again, it's like you've got Hippopotas too. You're better
Mhm.
off banning neither or just one.
Yeah. But,
Well, they're not banning the weather in itself. They're just banning Hippowdon.
yeah. But then, there's one other thing that I, like, thought of when I saw this ban. I thought, maybe it's because when Hippowdon was put down to UU, since Hippopotas got less usage, it was threatening to drop down to lower tiers, and maybe they don't want it down there, and I don't know, maybe that had something to do with it. But even so, there's Snover down there, like,
The better good.
but I don't know. It's
yeah. There's I mean, it's
That's
a
what they're
lot.
like, no, can't have.
I don't know if that had something to do with it or not, but
Too much speculation
I don't know.
that could be done on this topic. You know.
yeah. But
I mean, we can only talk so much because it's like we can't read people's minds. We can't figure out exactly what made them draw a certain conclusion about pokes. You know,
but yeah,
it's kind of like we got to kind of see how the metagame shapes up after this, and to get more of an idea of whether or not this was a good choice. So,
like I can't really go in a whole lot about it. Like
Yeah.
most of my stuff that I've been saying is speculation because I haven't played UU in almost a month now, so I really couldn't say one way or another if
JR,
if this was a good ban or
apparently
not.
AJ
But yeah, what did AJ say?
I know what he's gonna say. I knew it. I knew it. You
That's 'cause
cannot.
you read his
minds,
mind.
Yeah.
okay?
Yes, AJ can read minds.
I can read your mind though, because I knew exactly what you were gonna say.
But JR
You
can.
said it. That's because I said it. Okay.
Alright, so with that, do you guys
Yeah,
think that
He's so proud of himself just because he's not gonna get 6-0'd. Big hand for AJ, everybody. Big hand. That's no excuse.
lol. Anyways,
Okay, moving on.
so now that Hippowdon has been banned from UU, Frostlass is starting to take a lot of heat. I noticed when I was in the thread about Hippowdon's ban. What do you guys think of this? Personally, on my hand, like, I think it definitely needs to be banned because I noticed even when I did play.
Are you talking about Frostlass or just Snowcloak?
I'm talking about Frostlass.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
right
'cause
now-
in terms of Frostlass, I can agree with that, but I would have to I still think for me, I would have to play against it more in order to come to a more proper conclusion.
Yeah. Like, because when I did play UU, at the time, since Hippowdon wasn't down there, Hail teams were everywhere, and it's kind of one of the reasons why I stopped playing UU, because they were just so powerful. But
then that just goes into this whole debate on whether or not we should have perma-weather, period.
Exactly. But man, that thing could set up the spikes and then just stall me out. Like, I couldn't hit it at all.
Yeah.
Like, and especially when it was like you didn't have Darmanitan down there, so fire types weren't exactly.
Actually, I think you do though on the PO tiers, but
yeah, on the PO tiers. But I don't really play PO tiers. Like, I prefer the Smogon tiers a lot more. Not
Frostlass don't spin block.
Screw you, AJ.
Yeah, Raven's Raven. Frostlass is a really good spin blocker there too. Like,
because it can set up.
And don't even get me started on Destiny Bond.
Yeah, it's got Destiny Bond. Like, Frostlass is really powerful. In UU. So I think it definitely does need to be banned to BL.
I mean, Destiny Bond is like, yeah, it's interesting, but I mean, maybe it's just I think like Frostlass pretty much has very good typing, especially for the fact that it can't get like it does have a lot of weaknesses, but it can also hit a lot of the different pokes. So, like I think the only pokes that really wall it are steel types. That's it.
Pretty much, but
anything else it can hit rather effectively.
Yeah. But even so, when the steel types switch in, they're still going to take spikes damage.
Yeah.
And the hail damage. And pretty much always Frostlass has a sub-up, so there's that. But yeah, it's definitely a powerhouse in UU, and I personally think it needs to be banned. But I think the biggest problem, once again, from all this has been perma-weather.
Yeah.
Like, it's just making more of a case for it.
Yeah, it's like, but I think here's the thing. Perma-weather made sense in the form of hail and sandstorm, because we knew that with sand there weren't that many benefits being gathered from it, and as with hail, but when we knew that sun with rain and sun and all that, like the problems with those are they boost those specific attacks by 50% each, and you had Swift Swim and Chlorophyll, which are way more popular than say Sand Rush, because Sand Rush is only in like a few different pokes.
There's only 3 Pokemon who get it.
It's an overwhelming amount when you combine the two.
Yeah, there's only 3 species of Pokemon that get it, 2 of which are from 5th gen. So, and the other one that gets it
and
is
one of them
Excadrill, Stoutland, Sandslash.
Yeah, and Sandslash only gets it in Dream World. So, yeah.
And he's not released
yet?
It's not released yet either. Yeah, and when it does, that thing's gonna shoot up. Although
I don't think it's gonna shoot up that much because still
it's
more
not gonna
of a
shoot up that much, but it will definitely. Actually, you know what? It might, because it's a rapid spinner. It's good support moves.
Yeah, but Sandrush seems better on a more aggressive poke. That's why it seems to work very well with Stoutland.
Yeah, but I think it might. It could take over Donphan's spot. I don't know. Like, I haven't really tested it, but Donphan would be slower. They have almost the same bulk as each other. And Sandslash...
Donphan's a beast, so...
Yeah. But doesn't Sandslash get Sucker Punch? I'm not sure.
Wasn't Donphan moved up to OU or something, or am I mistaken?
Its stats right now, it could go up to OU very easily.
I don't know. I thought there was something that happened to Donphan that we had a discussion about on a previous video. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Let's see.
No Sandslash.
No Sucker Punch? Okay. I wasn't sure. But yeah, it does get a lot of nice moves. I don't know. Ice Shard's really the only thing that would keep...
We will see, because it's it should definitely spike up in use, but how much is the question?
I think it could be viable in OU very easily with that extra
I don't
speed.
know. Well, because it kind of depends on how it's. Again, it really depends on how its attacks, its power will work out. Because if it's fast, yes, but if it's not strong enough to hit pokes, fairly hard, then it's.
Well, what's Sandslash's base attack? It's pretty high.
I was just about to look that up.
Yeah.
It's 100.
Yeah, it's got base 100 attack. It'll have, after the Sand Rush, it's got 65 base speed, so
speed,
times that by 2, you're going to have 130, right?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, so that's still pretty fast and powerful.
His max speed is 500.
Max speed is 251, so you could... And with full investment, it's 229. So yeah, you could have a very fast poke right on, in your mist,
Mm-hmm. And let's see, Stoutland. Go down to him.
Good point. Yeah. Well, max attack, yeah, it's about 320. That's actually not bad.
So yeah.
But you would really, you would really have to go with like, I want to say like you probably have to go max attack adamant nature because. That's like the only way it seems like it can really do a lot of damage.
On who?
Oh, but it does also have access to a Sword Stance.
Yeah, it's got Sword Stance too. That's something that Stoutland doesn't have, so...
True.
But
Stoutland, I felt like, maybe I'm just wrong, but I felt like it had the better move pool because it had Fire Fang to deal with Steel types.
Oh, no question about it. It does have a better move pool in terms of dealing with different types, but Sandslash can boost.
You're still dealing with Quake Edge though. With what's his name?
With Sandslash, yeah. You got Quake Edge. You can have Sword Stance, and then last move slot is really your choice. Insert Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, whatever.
Well, yeah, the Sword Dancing Spinner set where you've got Sword Stance, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and most likely Stone Edge over Night Slash, but that's just me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you've got some great options.
Very powerful poke when it does get released. So.
The right scenario, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So. Really, back and forth gen, sand and hail, they weren't a big problem, but you knew if there was drizzle and
wasn't Obama Snow
like now.
Borderline or OU?
Yeah,
Obama Snow was borderline.
Yes.
So.
Still very good though, but I mean, again, it's just the fact that there's a lot more to be taken advantage of when you have permanent rain and sun as opposed to permanent sand and hail. So.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you want to move into some of the additional questions that aren't necessary?
Please do.
Metagame related.
So, should we start with like which new Pokemon do you think has made the biggest impact in its tier?
Yeah. Let's go with that.
All right.
What do you guys think on that?
Outside of the obvious Thunderous and Excadrill, you've also got what's his name? Kyurem.
What?
Oh,
Kyurem.
Kyurem?
Kyurem, however the fuck it's pronounced. That kind of definitely made an impact in UU. Actually creating the first BL tier Pokemon for that gen.
I agree. That's definitely an important poke just because, like, people kind of didn't know what to make of it at first. But it's like, it's sad because it's like, it should be seeing more use, but because it's borderline, it's like, yeah. It's kind of
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like, thinking about it, I mean, there's a bunch of pokes that have, like, made an impact on one thing or another, but I don't know, it's hard.
I'm trying to think for 5th gen pokes, like, if it was in general, of
like,
what poke
so, like,
has
5th
made...
gen, I see a bunch of pokes that have really made an impact in, like, OU. Like...
Yeah, like, if in general, I would say Dragonite, Politoed, and
No, but we're
Ninetales
talking
are
about
the
5th gen,
three.
though.
Yeah, but we're talking about 5th gen pokes. Yeah, but we're talking about 5th gen pokes. So with that,
Then I would probably say, like, Terrakion been pretty huge.
Terrakion, yeah,
Jellicent,
Jellicent,
just, yeah, for the special, because of how
Ferrothorn.
specially defensive it is, even though a few people I know tell me they think it sucks. I disagree, but...
What is it?
Haxorus.
He's still got
Actually,
6
here,
heads.
Haxorus is a very good example, because, like, Haxorus, it's like, is the only, is like, well, I guess I want to say it's one of the only pure, like, offensive, like, Dragon Dancers. Like, Dragonite is, like, more like you'll make it, like, more of a defensive Dragon Dancer, whereas Haxorus, it'll be fully offensive. So,
Don't forget about
Choice Banded Haxorus, oh my god, the stories you can tell with that.
Well, I guess, but it does have Mold Breaker, remember,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that can really screw people over. What I find with Haxorus is a lot of people don't necessarily use it right. They just think, oh, it's got a ton of power, so I'm just going to bring it in, Dragon Dance up, and sweep. But that doesn't end up happening because they rush into it. Or they just use Choice Banded and think, oh, well, I've got...
I still say
I don't know how
Dragon
much,
Dance is the way to go, because in spite of like
Yeah.
what a choice band might do, I'd rather give my poke the same benefit of having a choice band, setting up, and all of a sudden, boom, it's like I have a choice band, and I'm not locked into a move,
and choice.
and my speed is increased by 50%. That's pretty awesome.
And you know what? Haxorus has 147 base attack. It
Yeah.
has 97 base speed.
That's nothing to
I think if you're going to use a choice item, personally, I use Choice Scarf on Haxorus to give it that extra
True.
speed. Because
Love
people
FBZ
don't
set,
expect
though.
it.
The
Because he
choice
does
band.
have that. He's got that trollish, like, what is it, 97 base speed. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not in the same speed tier as anything, really.
No, Haxorus' problem is that it's outsped by the other dragons, the other big name dragons.
Yeah.
Well, not.
But
Even
I get-
Flygon barely outspeeds him.
But I guess getting back to the
Yeah.
question of which one indefinitely I think has made the most impact on its tier, I would say either Zoroark or
Zoroark.
Victini. Because Zoroark
Yeah.
really, like, you can do so much with that thing if you use it right. Like, it's difficult to use, but
This is and
if you
Zoroark
can
is
figure out
basically
how to use it,
like when people ask you what was the point of team preview, your response Zoroark.
yeah, if they didn't have Team Preview, Zoroark would be
Banned.
banned instantly. I'm pretty sure, like, people just wouldn't know. They'd be like,
everyone's completely brain dead.
they'd be like,
It'd be fine,
oh,
like
you're
AJ,
leading.
You're not gonna be able to do that.
They'd be like, oh, you're leading off with a Wobbuffet. I'm gonna lead off with a.
Actually, wait, yeah,
what's it called?
Darmanitan's Yu according to this. Weird.
Yeah.
Should have said it was our
1 second.
We lied.
Why not?
Alright, so yeah. Like, Zoroark would be a big
Yeah.
threat.
Victini was very
if they
big,
didn't have Team Preview.
Definitely.
Victini was very big. It has gone down in usage, but still, that V create is.
Oh yeah.
Big weak.
No, best thing. Choice Banded V can practically one-shot a Kabutops. Think about that. Actually, yeah, regular Adamant Choice Banded and V-Create, one shot to Kabutop would... almost two shots to Kabutops.
Mhm.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
And then I guess the last one I was saying before was Chandelure, but I don't know. That
Chandler kind of really didn't do well in OU, and then it kind of was a bit of a disappointment
true,
in
but at the
UU,
same time, I
found,
think
like,
it still... Let's be honest here. Chandelure is probably one of the pokes that's ultimately going to have one of the biggest impacts on this metagame. Because of the fact Shadow Tag hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, but when that does get released, it's going to be instant Ubers.
Yeah, but I'm
Probably.
curious. I'm
still gonna
curious.
do a
I'm
complex
very
plan.
curious. Does make you wonder.
Really?
So next question. So which Pokemon do you think got the short end of the stick this generation in terms of metagame changes, Dream World abilities, or move distribution? That's a very good question.
Very. Well, I'm gonna say Flareon. I'm sorry, that thing never gets anything good.
Like, well, I mean, here's
anyone can
like
Just give it
let's kind of
Flare
make it into two
Blitz,
parts.
please.
Is there a poke that you think that was doing well last gen that really got screwed over by this gen, or is there because Flareon seems like a poke that was like just they didn't show it any love, but they never really showed it much love to begin with.
That's true.
So think about it in both of those senses. What?
Skeptile got a lot of love this
Skeptile's
gen.
was like one of the last Pokemon of this gen, even if it's an RU. Because I see him going to UU personally. I keep switching people.
No, I'm gonna say
it's absurd.
Snorlax, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest and say Snorlax. Really, that ability it got in Dream World, I guess in some ways it can be usable, like you can give it a citrus berry, but I don't know, I find that giving it immunity is a lot better because you don't have to worry about being stalled out or toxic spikes.
Or thick fat, because then you can give it more defensive capabilities.
Yeah, plus you get 2 new immunities that normal type Pokemon don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Or no, resistances, sorry.
Yeah, he really didn't get a whole lot. Munchlax got more than him with the Eviolite.
Yeah.
Plus if you think about it, I mean, how many Pokemon... He was one of the original Pokemon that was OU in every single gen except for now, if you think about it. Yeah. Along with, like, Gengar...
Yeah, another one that got nerfed really bad, but...
Weren't Zapdos and Jolteon also like that?
Yeah, but Jolteon will probably go back up to OU this gen.
That's fair.
Like, it's... Well, with I don't really understand why it didn't go OU this gen, because Gyarados
me neither. It's like, it's still very powerful.
It's a great partner for Gyarados, like, and Gyarados got some nice buffs this gen with Moxie and Dragon Dance, you know, like...
Yeah, even though some people still prefer Intimidate.
Yeah, and Intimidate sets can still work really well.
I just like Moxie because it's like a Dragon Dancer with Moxie. It's like really good.
Like
it really is.
Yeah. Although I guess in some ways it kind of I don't know. You just have to use 2 Dragon Dances, and then you just start outspeeding stuff, and then Moxie.
You only need 1 Dragon Dance, and you can outspeed a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true too. Like.
It's true. And it's also the fact that 81 speed.
Like for Alligator, for example, it needs 1 Dragon Dance to start out speeding things, but 1 Dragon Dance also brings its attack up really high.
Yeah,
so
and then once it gets sheer force from Dream World.
Same thing with Gyarados.
Too bad they doesn't get Dragon Dance in Dream World. Yeah,
oh yeah,
right.
That's true. Forgot about that.
Which means you also don't get Ice Punch either.
Another poke that I think got the shorter end of the stick.
That mythical double boosted Ice Fang sheer force doesn't count either.
No, another one that got the short end of the stick would be Swampert. Didn't get anything this gen. Like, he got Stamp in Dream World, but then he can't have Stealth Rocks, and...
Swamp did move down.
He's below the cutoff in usage right now, but they haven't changed the tiers yet. So,
I see.
Maybe they'll change him in the new year, I don't know. But...
Well, yeah, I mean, they already changed it in PO, so it should change eventually. Not because I think all changes on PO should be on Smogon, but it's like realistically speaking.
Yeah.
It's not getting used.
But before I was gonna say, like, I think a poke that really got, I was saying Swellow just went down to NU. That's really sad.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock too. Like, Brave Bird everything, you know, that's still a good strategy.
Now you could still do it with Spap or Braviary, but Swallow just seems like it's just as good.
Well, Swallow gets
good, you know? Or actually, I think
Swallow gets Guts and Fake Aid, like.
What?
Well, Facade, yeah, but it's also the fact that it's faster than like Braviary, so it's able to do. And as we were talking about, it's like it has quick attack. Can give it a lot of advantage. As a priority move.
Yeah. Guts, Fake Aid, Quick Attack, Brave
On
Bird,
top of
Roost.
that, but it also got Scrappy as a dream mode ability.
Yes, but nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Why would someone use Scrappy over Guts?
I mean, because the thing is, you don't need Scrappy works well when it's given to a normal type, because they don't really have much they can do to ghost types. I mean, Swallow, it's just gonna Brave Bird everything when it's facing a ghost type. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no Ghost Steel types right now, so
Mhm.
actually, that probably shouldn't be a type that exists.
That
Sounds like an
Ghost
oxymoron.
Steel?
Cock. Go.
I think
Yeah.
if there is one, that thing's gonna just wreck. Especially if it has defenses like Metagross and Bronzong.
Or if it had Levitate.
Well, it's gonna
God,
have to have
no.
Levitate
No.
or Fireproof.
Not all ghosts have Levitate.
Gusta.
Most of them do.
Golurk
Goose.
doesn't, but Golurk doesn't need it, because he's like Chuck
Golurk's the only
Norris.
one that stands
Golurk
on
can
ground, though.
Golurk
So,
But he can fly,
fly.
can he?
which makes no sense, but he can.
Wait,
It's the Iron. They reference that from the Iron Giant.
Oh.
That's the concept.
that's
there.
right, yeah.
Yep.
That was the only reason why he got it. I'm assuming.
Well, he's still one of, in my opinion, one of the most awesome looking pokes from 5th gen, regardless.
Yeah.
My tie is between Hayden's Garbage Guy, Cofagrigus, or, what's his name? I use him a lot. I should know it. Let me look him up.
Isn't getting the short end, or what are you talking about?
Of favorite 5th gen Pokemon I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I will know it when I see
Well,
it.
but
Where are you?
I think in terms of pokes that didn't get any love, I mean, what's one that I could really talk about that I wish had gotten more love?
Farfetch.
I don't care about him enough.
Now you're just giving him the short end of the stick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zebstrika. That's it. I use him quite a bit.
that's
I'm
it,
using
yeah.
him on my OU team right now.
You're
No,
silly.
I'm using Castle. What now?
Yeah.
What?
It's like, people see our OU teams and they're like, what the fuck? What is this? And what's funny is they actually work. Oh.
I've gotten, I don't know how many kills I've gotten with that thing.
Yo, Zebstrike is a beast. Comes in on the Thunderbolt or Volt Switch from Rotom and then outspeeds. Choice Band, Quick Attack,
Unless, of
Choice
course,
Band, Wild Charge, Choice Band, Flame
Yeah.
Charge.
Oh, another poke that just kind of got the short end stick was, I realize now, Samurott. That was the one I wanted to talk about.
Well,
I think a lot.
It's really
a lot
unfortunate. I mean, he could have been really cool, but he just ends up being a generic water type that just gets outclassed by everything, except for the fact he knows Megahorn.
yeah, I don't know. I think they
Yeah.
kind of messed up with his move pool, because in one hand, he's a really good special attacker, but then no Mega Horn if you're going to run a special attack. Well, you could, but it's just not going to be that powerful.
Well, I mean, no, he could be a very good mix
Yeah.
attacker.
No
He
doubt.
couldn't really run a physical attacking set. Wait, does he get Sword Stance? I'm not sure.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, or that's what it is. He can be a physical attacker, not
Yes,
a
he does,
special
he does.
attacker, really. Like, he just doesn't have a
I mean,
wide
he's
enough
probably
move pool.
better, but I'm just saying I've tried him as a mixed attacker and it still works.
Mhm.
It's just, yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
they should have made the swimming
It's
goggles.
test zonal pitch.
They
What?
should have made the swimming goggles. Then he would be awesome. But then everyone would have used a rain team.
Swimming. What? Swimming
You
goggles?
didn't hear about that? No? There was rumors about them creating a new item called the swimming goggles that was going to boost water moves like 50% or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Stupid much?
I guess. Well,
Anal rape much?
just think,
Exactly.
Polytoad with swimming goggles. rather than leftovers or
No.
choice specs.
Homosexuality
Nope.
continues.
Hydro pump in the
No.
rain. Sweep.
Azumaro with that thing. Azumaro. King Jojiji. Don't forget about
It's
Azumaro.
Don't make me repeat why that thing is stupid good.
Yeah.
If Swift, I mean that is if Drizzle and Swift Swim were still allowed together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of Drizzle and Swift
Yeah.
Swim, what is your opinion on permaweather?
Love it.
You don't really love it, do you?
Because that way I can... I use rain all the time. I mean, I use a fucking gas
No.
No.
See, I have mixed feelings. On one hand, I like it. Like,
Yeah.
But I think it
I
only...
guess it
I
depends
think
on weather.
permaweather only works with complex bands. And if we aren't going to keep doing complex bands, like banning... I think personally we should just ban all the speed doubling moves in rain, or the
Right, that's
yeah,
the problem I
that,
have.
and
Like,
also the moves, the abilities like what's it called, Snow Cloak and Sand Veil, paired
Right.
with
like the
permaweather.
attack boost, I guess I can live with.
I can
but-
live with an attack boost, no problem. Like, someone's gonna use
But there's too many benefits to it. There's too many benefits to the weather.
I guess,
Oh, yeah.
but
I mean, also you've got hydration.
yeah, but Manaphy's banned.
You know,
Anyways, I guess it only works for Vaporeon and Fion.
No, yeah, but when Vaporeon has it, it's stupid.
Yeah. It just means you can't stall it out, but
Wait.
still.
Can't wish past though.
So. I don't know, I think they need to do either complex bans with it, like the Swift Swim and Drizzle one, or just outright ban it. One or the other. Either one would work for me.
Yeah.
I could care less which one they do, but as long
I
as
mean,
they
there's
do
still a
one.
lot of time for this to for the meta to shape up. So we will see.
But
But then that makes me think there's one more thing we should talk about at the end of this. So when it gets towards the end, let me know, because there is one thing I do want to bring up,
yeah.
even though it's kind of random.
But whatever they do with permaweather, people are gonna shitstorm, no matter what decision they make.
Yep.
Like, they're gonna be shitstorm like,
Yep.
why'd you ban
No pun
permaweather?
intended.
It's not that OP at all. You don't know what you're talking about. Or, why are you banning chlorophyll with sun? It's the only thing that makes sun teams good.
People are silly.
Yeah.
It makes things easier for everyone.
Anyways, Smash Pass. Do you think that should be banned?
Not to be a complete and whiny bitch, but yes.
Really?
I mean, I personally the thing I keep finding annoying about this is, you smash pass, and it's so easy to play this right, where you smash pass into something that can wreck through the rest of your opponent's team. I find that very annoying. It's very frustrating. I think it's much worse than when you have something like Venomoth baton passing one quiver dance. It's...
I have 6 words.
I don't think that's
I have
bad.
6 words for
Yeah,
Smash Pass.
It's a little bit different.
Choice band Scissor, choice band Metagross. Anytime I see
Anyway,
anytime I see a Smash Pass Pokemon out, I switch right into Scissor and I just pursued it and it's dead. Like,
Well, that's a good way of dealing with it. It's just,
I mean, that's another thing.
Scissor is a beast this gen. He's like, yo, you can't
Of course.
you can't stop it. Like, he stops every strategy this gen. He stops Deoxys, he stops Smash Pass, like, he's viable in rain, viable in sand. Only thing he's not viable in is sun, but whatever, it's sun. Who uses sun anyways?
Can't die to a fire move anyways.
I know, he's not gonna survive one. Well, no, you can use him in sun, but either way, he's gonna die in sun. Or from a fire move, like...
But But what I want to also say is that another way to kind of stop that is, again, priority taunt, especially with, tornadoes.
Yeah,
I see that.
I mean, I don't know if I'm not saying without absolute certainty it should be banned. God damn it, AJ. But I am saying it's like, I definitely don't want to immediately dismiss it as not banned.
Right. I mean, maybe Smash Pass in of itself. I mean, Shelf Smash in of itself, I don't ban that, no. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, there's only two or three Pokemon that can really do it. And most of them I wouldn't say fragile, but...
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That can be easily pulled off, especially that two of them are Gorbis and Huntail, both of which Swift Swimming, you can't really use them on a rain team as well. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again, this is just another thing that's very subjective. It's hard to kind of, give a good opinion on such a thing, but...
It's really... This is what I say to Smash Pass. If you're having trouble with it...
I swear to God, I'm going to murder AJ.
Oh my God.
Via Skype.
Oh.
I feel so bad that nobody can see what he's typing.
Yeah.
I'm just trolling this podcast. Wow, okay.
You are such a dude.
I just can't wait till he comes in the end what he said he was going to say. Oh.
Just wait till I get on this show. Jesus Christ.
Oh. Anyways.
Guys, if you're watching, for anyone watching this, thumbs up if you want me to do something silly and harmful to AJ. And if you have specific suggestions, leave a comment.
I want you to do something silly to me, JR.
No, I think AJ. I think you want
vengeance upon thee.
AJ. I think you want JR to do something hard
Anyway,
to
he's
you.
gonna get back on the topic here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna jump in
love
this.
You, AJ.
Yeah, let's bring AJ in.
Now.
Everyone, round of applause for our unexpected guest star, AJ.
Please, you all are too kind.
AJ, it's funny because when you did the questions, when you put questions down on the thing on the video, you actually asked, could I be in there? So there you go. That answers your question.
I assume there'll be an episode especially devoted to me.
Yes, we will have one at some point.
Ballin'.
It's just not now. So
Stop saying ballin', you're white.
I know. It's so fun to say. I'm actually Hispanic.
Close enough. You aren't black.
That makes sense given your last name.
Ballin'. That's my... Okay. So what are we talking about again?
Smash Pass. Should it be banned or...
Okay, Smash Pass? Should
Yeah.
be banned in lower tiers. Anything below... Or Smash and Pass should be banned from RU down. It just does not make sense Smash and Pass being that low take hits as well. Like, personally, Shell Smash is good for OU and UU and Uber, but not in lower tiers such as RU and NU.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Kind of why, like certain pokes, like I was saying, Sceptile should be moved up to UU because there aren't many pokes in RU and RU that could take a +2 Leaf Blade after, and and that can take more than one hit from Sceptile, and then it outspeeds everything because of Unburden. So there you go.
yeah, until you switch out.
I don't know. Personally,
By steel types.
it is, but like I feel like you don't have to smash and pass to anything particular. Like if you smash and pass to anything that's designed to be a sweeper, it's just like there's no chance. Like if you get a good 2 smash and passes up, like in OU you may have something to take things depending on what you go to, but in lower tiers, really, like say I don't know, off the top of my head I'm thinking NU. If you smash and pass to an Embor, let's just say, because I do have a team like that. I'm actually not sure. Smash and Pass is banned in NU, right?
I think
it's banned in NU and not in any other tier. Yet. I'm not 100%.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me check. I think I did find it.
I think it's not in RU. Maybe RU.
Nope, it's banned in NU and RU.
Okay. NU and RU. Okay, yeah.
Okay, what am I basically playing at?
Alright, so anyways, like, just having that whole strategy around it it's, I don't know, I really don't think it should be allowed. In UU, it's tolerable, it's very hard to pull off, but,
Yeah.
I just think, having it on its own is appropriate, because not many things can learn it, and the things that can learn it in lower tiers aren't necessarily the best pokes. Like, I'm just trying to think. Like, Gorbis has it, Huntail has it, and I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To pass, yeah, other than Smeargle.
I mean, yeah, Smeargle. But, I mean, yesterday I played this guy on my DS, and I lived with my Magmortar, my Choice Scarfed one, and I hit him with a Focus Blast right away, knowing that he was going to either go for the Shell Smash or the Spore, and he Shell Smashed, then he Spored me, and then he set up to +6, and then he went for the Dual Chop, and it took him 2 hits to take down a Scarfed Magmortar with no defensive investment at all. So, it's like...
Ew.
I mean, he did go for, like, Dual Chop or something, but... I don't know, like, I just feel like... I just don't feel like it's the most resourceful Pokemon for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's also apparently the #1 favorite Pokemon. Anyways, awesome.
Next question. Okay, so what do you think should get released in the next game? I.e., Scissor got Bullet Punch and Platinum.
Or they talk about, like...
Flareon.
Here's the
Like,
thing that I didn't
like
get.
Pokemon Gray if it does come out.
Like,
What
are
was
we
that new
talking about
crossover game they came
not
up with?
something that would be released in Dream World, just something completely different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like an extra move that it
Oh,
could get.
moves, right. We're not talking about abilities, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I didn't actually know about the whole Scissor getting Bullet Punch from Platinum.
I did.
It does. That's when it gets it through TM, well, not TM, Move Tutor and...
Move Tutor.
Right.
And level up, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
for me, if they want to make a poke more useful, I would give Extreme Speed to, what's his face? Zangoose. Because he doesn't learn Extreme Speed, and that's a pretty good move for it. And if he does get it, I don't know. If he does get Extreme Speed, I feel like he'll be used more often, and maybe even go into RU, because he does get a pretty decent Dream World ability. I think it's like Toxic Boost.
Wait.
Flare Blitz Flareon.
Yes, that one.
Oh, yes.
Please.
Well, remember,
Stop.
you did a bit on how to illegally ship your Flareon Flare Blitz.
Yeah.
And that's
Stop
hilarious.
trolling us, Game Freak. Ugh.
Get trolled.
We need to start a petition. We'll start a petition.
I know, it's not even funny how bad Game Freak's been trolling Flareon. It's like, no.
No, it's actually funny.
No, it's not. It hasn't, like, it's deserved to get it since Gen 4 came out. There has been 3 different like sets of games released since Flare Blitz came out, and in all 3 they've ignored Flareon.
I don't know. I just feel like Flare Blitz and Flareon. I think that's just what makes Flareon though.
The fact that it never gets the move that would make it good.
Yeah.
It probably still would be NU, but just give it some love.
I mean, like.
Okay, so hold on. In the scenario that he gets it, how do you think he'll be used? Like, again, base 65 speed, base 60 defense. How high, or is it? I don't know. How do you think he'll be used? I mean, Trick Room probably. Give him feet create.
Will anyone be able to learn V-Create?
Just
do you really
Victini.
think anything else should be able to?
No.
Thank you.
That man, that's him. We'll give it to
I would agree.
Let's give it to Blaziken.
Oh, man. I just
Make
got
him
a great
even more
idea for
uber
a
than he
team.
already is.
Oh, die.
He already gets Flare Blitz and Speed Boost and all that, you know?
Indeed.
Oh my god, that would
like
be
the most
so...
broken poke ever, though, because it's like
It would always have plus one
gather.
speed.
Oh, oh my god!
No recoil damage. Oh my god.
And it was speed drop
okay,
even
so that
better. Oh my god!
For all
Yeah,
those
but-
out there who like to use hacked Pokemon, here's an idea for you.
Oh god!
Hooray.
Forget about 510 EVs. Let's just
I hope
give...
you're proud of what you've done, Soulfate.
I will be very proud when I see someone in Ubers use a hacked Blaziken with VCreate.
If I still had an action replay, I would take you up on that challenge. Since I can't have...
I would just love to see how badass it is. Oh my god. That thing would wreck.
I don't think I'll be able to find a match that people won't DC in.
Yeah. Swords Dance first turn, Protect second turn. V-Create!
You make me...
Yay!
I have no
Yep.
response.
Concern.
I can't handle the V-Creates!
I don't know, VCreate isn't that big of an issue for me.
Yeah, but if it was on Blaziken... that would
On
just
Blaziken?
wreck.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah. Okay. We got 2 questions left, I think. We got 5, but the other 3 are quick. 2 longer ones. If you could ban one Pokemon from the metagame, what would it be?
That's an easy one for me.
From what metagame?
Yeah? Just from the, I guess from the OU metagame,
The
this
OU,
person was asking.
Well, first of all, I would immediately get rid of weather because number one, that just makes the tier a lot easier.
250.
Yeah. What would I ban? I'd ban Blissey just because I hate
that's
the damn
pretty
thing.
fair, actually.
I can't stand it. I'm sorry. It has no use other than being out there and looking like a fat...
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
say
that's
it again,
why
I
I
was
told
AFK.
you her nickname should be the BBB, the Big Booty Bitch. But for me, there is
Yeah.
one poke I actually hate more
When-
than Blissey. Latios.
What?
Ye-
Really?
Yep.
You would ban Latios? Okay. What Pokemon have I been talking about this entire podcast? Just Rex
Scizor.
no you? Scissor, Rex,
Not
Latios.
as much as you think.
Pursuit Okos it.
Well, no.
U-turn
No. First off,
pretty
it has
much
to be
Okos
choice
it.
banded in order to Oko it. 2.
Yeah.
Not everyone runs a frickin' Scizor. 2.
Everyone should
I'm
run a
just
fucking
saying,
Scissor.
no, and
It's
He's
used like,
so good in OU. Oh my
it's used
god.
50% of the time. It's
Here's
of course
my
everyone's gonna use it.
argument for it is simple.
I know.
Nothing has changed between OU and UU that sorry, not OU. What the fuck? Between 4th gen and 5th gen that Latios seems more balanced in this gen. I don't see it. It's still like there aren't really like the only additional counter you really have to it is Ferrothorn.
I really don't think Latios
There's
should get
Ferrothorn,
banned. There's so many things that can ban
Jirachi,
him.
Scissor, there's
Heat.
Jellicent can take hits from it pretty well. Blissey. There's so much stuff.
Just saying, I still think it's really broken. Okay, that's just me. I'm gonna stand by that. And I'm not gonna change my mind. Just saying that.
Even so, there's still a lot of counters out there. Jellicent, any steel type.
Let's like Caesar, for example.
But this really depends. Number one,
Scissor.
the smart player should not be running choice specs, at least in my opinion. You should be running Life Orb or Expert Belt, just so this way you can at least have, just because Latios' move pool can allow it to deal with almost any Pokebring that your opponent brings out. In addition, it's very fast, so it can outspeed almost anything your opponent has.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Personally, I think Latios is okay.
I mean, it's a
I don't think
opinion thing.
Latios
We're not
is
gonna all-
over-centralized.
It's unlikely we're all going to universally agree on what poke we would ban, so...
Yes, we will. You're just weird, JR.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But-
No, if we're going to go for that argument, it's not that I'm weird, I'm just cooler than all of you, just saying.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure. So how's that show with your
No.
mom gonna go?
I'm recording it. Deal with it.
No, you're so cute.
Yeah.
I swear to
JR.
God. son. I swear to God. This.
I am just heckling you, JR. You know, you're...
I know, but I swear, like, I don't know. I'm just swearing right now. That's all I'm gonna do, actually. I'm just gonna swear for no reason. Swear.
Swear.
Okay. What was your least favorite game mechanic that got changed?
Ooh.
I.e., explosion, nerf, sleep turns, etc.
I'll be quite honest, sleep turns haven't bothered me too much.
Me neither.
Like, sleep turns,
And I
it's
wasn't
like...
bothered by the explosion nerf either, just because the idea of being able of just exploding and having your opponent's defense being able to clear almost anything they have, that's pretty awesome. So I can I
It's a little
don't
OP.
really have a problem with the
More
nerf.
OP. Yeah.
I don't know, I really haven't noticed any game mechanics other than the sleep powder, and really, it doesn't bug me at all.
One thing that sort of bugs me is like, I guess explosion, because I felt like that, like, helped a lot of pokes. Like, especially in 5th gen with the Violet, you'll see it a lot in lower tiers.
That's true, actually.
And then
That's
you'll
a
see
good
the
point.
usage of, like, bayonets and ghost types in lower tiers and such. Because, you know, you had Peruglies, or not Peruglies, well, I guess they could, but skunk tanks were used for that a lot, and now they're kind of just meh, not used anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
And Azulf was
Just
dropped
look at
down
Max of
to...
Aidens, and you'll be able to figure out which one it is.
Like,
But
there was a lot
Yeah,
that was
face.
inflated just because of hazards and explosion. But,
Yeah.
you know, it really doesn't bother me that much, because they're now an NU, and NU's a lot more fun if you aren't really doing explosion all the time.
That's
but explosion fun.
Then go play 4th gen. Or play Little Cup
Yeah,
and have, like, explosion and self-destruct on every single Pokemon, and have a Starly with Focus Slash, Endeavor, and Quick Attack at the end.
Still.
Okay, last serious question.
I didn't.
Do you think that, what's it called? Magic Code or Magic Bounce?
Slash code.
Yeah, reflecting a sleep powder or spore back at another Pokemon after having induced a Pokemon to sleep itself, or putting another Pokemon to sleep after that. Do you think that should count as sleep clause or not? Currently, it does break the sleep clause.
Well, I was actually... You guys are... I know what you guys are talking... Where you got this from. This is from when Dangerous 36 or Rick...
Yeah.
He was... laddering in Ubers. I was actually in the Skype call at the time, and I was like, "Is it sleep clause if I go? Is sleep clause if I go for a mirror coat, and it reflects, and I bounce back the spore?" Well, technically, like, we agreed that it wasn't, but like when you like, that's not literally putting something to sleep, because by all means, you could have gone for some other move and like Stealth Rocks or something, and nothing would have like. He would have bounced back the Stealth Rocks and stuff. So it's like he's going for mirror move. He didn't specifically put something to sleep. He just bounced back that whatever the thing was going for. That's not bouncing back. Like, I feel like that's not sleep clause. Like, that's what the agreement was. Like, he's just... Yeah, I mean, it was good prediction skills, but like,
I think
whether
it's
sleep
good
clause or
prediction
not is
skills on his part.
highly debatable.
There. Yeah. I say it's not. Like, it shouldn't be at all.
No, I don't
'cause
think it's a matter
it's
of prediction skills,
and if
but is
someone
it
can
sleep
predict
clause?
that,
Like,
then yeah.
he's intentionally wanting to put something to sleep, but he's not using a sleep-inducing move to do that. He's bouncing back what he's bouncing it back. He's not
Well,
really
yeah.
putting it to sleep.
That, yeah. Yeah, like, and in a way, prediction skills does have a bit to do with it, because you are predicting the sleep, and because of that, you're taking a risk. It's not necessarily going to guarantee that that Pokemon's going to be put to sleep. Like, they could go for an attacking move, and then the Mirror Coat or your Magic Guard or whatever or Magic Bounce or whatever it is called, that
I
you
think it
use,
was mirror codes.
it doesn't work. So, like, I don't think it is, because technically you aren't putting that Pokemon to sleep.
I mean, yeah, in a sense.
They're
but
putting
I think
their
the
own
guy
Pokemon to
rage
sleep.
quitted after the match.
Like,
I don't know. He's had a couple matches up like that.
I don't know. Let's just come to the agreement. It's not sleep clause. I mean, you guys didn't you guys test it on PO? What was the result?
And it was sleep.
we tested it. Right now, it does
Yeah,
stand as sleep clause,
I
but
agree.
I don't think it
I mean,
really
if
should.
it's-
Like,
if that counts, then
it doesn't make sense.
it is breaking sleep clause. But that shouldn't be. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like hard to say because technically you're not specifically using a sleep-inducing move. I mean, you're predicting the other opponent to use it. But we've been down that road. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with the miscellaneous
Now that's
questions.
gonna be faster in the mouth.
Let's see.
Say
What
that again.
interested you the most about competitive battling?
I guess like all the possibilities. Like when I came into competitive battling, I was let's see. I don't know if I'll probably tell the story when I'm actually on this, but when I was in it was like in March, spring break of 2011. I was just really bored, and I was screwing around with Pokemon Whites, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna look up a battle. So I typed in epic battle on YouTube, and I stumbled upon one of Spade's videos, and the possibilities like. He was talking about all this stuff, and so then he showed me like introduction to Smogon, and I got involved in stuff. And what amazed me was just all the possibilities you can do, like the strategies, the techniques, the type of things you can do with like the Pokemon and the move sets. That's what's really keeping me going because this has like been the longest game I've consistently played like almost every day since then. Actually, it was since summer. When I actually downloaded Pokemon Online, but it's kind of weird how like experienced I downloaded Pokemon Online.
Oh, right.
I mean it's weird because it's like I've been really only playing it consistently since the beginning of September. Yet I feel like I've like vastly experienced.
Yeah.
It's just because you learn so much so quickly.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I just wish I could
Yeah,
make
it's
more
different than regular
time for it
CS
recently,
apps.
but at the same time, it's like I'm glad I've at least started to kind of use it to make like the YouTube channel and such. I'm just very happy though that at the same time, like they're trying to further expand on it, like make the animations look better and such. Like, because regardless if I know they can't make it as like with Wi-Fi battling, but I mean I still find this more convenient. So as close as they can get to it as they can. That's great.
Well, sometimes I think to myself, this is a little bit off topic, but like I think to myself, like, does Game Freak and Nintendo? Well, I don't think Nintendo does have to do with anything with the actual game; they just license it. But like, it makes me think, like, does Nintendo specifically like build things about like do they like do things about Pokemon like the metagame and such like competitively, or do they just kind of randomly throw it in there, like? For example, like Bullet Punch with Caesar, like did they like listen to like, oh, the competitive community wants this? Like where do they get their ideas? Or do they just like put it in on a whim? Like, wouldn't that be cool to see that animation happen with Caesar? Oh, that would be so cool. Like a Toxicroak with whatever the hell ability, that's terrible.
To be honest, not to get off topic, but I kind of wonder the same thing with certain things in trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess in Yu-Gi-Oh, like it's.
So then, really, the question simply becomes: what were the people working for that company smoking when they made such decisions?
Well, I don't know much
certainly wasn't
about,
anything good.
I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I know for the Pokemon thing, like, I don't know where.
Let me tell you about Yu-Gi-Oh, boys.
No, let's not.
If you start getting on topic and start talking about it, I will be forced to harm you. Let's make sure everybody leaves this podcast alive. Okay.
Well, my opinion is solely based on I truly think that that Game Freak should listen to more of the YouTube community because they're the more vocal ones. Like do they get them from forums or like where do they get them from? Like I just feel like listening to the YouTube community a bit more would help a lot of them based on their decisions because like we're really the vocal players in this in a sense.
competition with the player.
Yeah, because we're the ones that are going to buy the game and then showcase it so that people...
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
we
I don't know
advertise
what's
it to
with,
the public, really.
Like, I don't know what this whole SOPA thing. Yeah, well, let's not get into this because otherwise it will be more long conversations. So let's.
Yeah.
So any other
miscellaneous thing I want to bring up, but you can tell me if I should bring it up now or later.
We've got 2 questions left, and they should be quick. Who inspired you the most to upload Wi-Fi battles or to battle competitively?
Ooh.
Well, I can answer that first. If it's on my channel description, it's on my Facebook page. Mine is the Flaming Spade. Mine is the Flaming Spade because I don't know. Like initially, at first when I got into the metagame, he was the first one I watched. But like I kind of understood what he was saying, and from there I just kind of branched out to other YouTubers. Like the person who got me into lower tiers, especially, is the Acoustic Kind and Panobi. I never did try out 4th Gen NU, and I really wish I did. But 5th Gen NU is turning out to be one of the like I don't know. It's like I can't see how anyone could dislike it. It's just so versatile and fun.
Yeah. But being competitive, there's nothing wrong with that too, obviously.
That's true.
Yeah. Let's see. For me, Xeon was the first one I actually found online. So I guess he would be the one who inspired me, but I'd also have to give some credit to Herpy because his method was convenient, and at the time I really wasn't doing anything, and if I hadn't seen that method, it would be months until I got a DS and base card, which I still haven't done. And, yeah. But yeah, like, Herpes, it was a matter that his way is convenient, and I can start now.
Well, are you talking about the way going through AESoft with Pokemon Online?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you guys actually got into Herpy into battling from Herpy's videos?
Yeah, that's how I figured out about it.
Yeah, definitely was Herpy. But he was the first person I watched displaying it. Believe it or not, the first person I watched to show it off was Pokemon. Who's not even really a Pokemon battler. He's an LPer / Machinima partner. But regardless, it was Herpy who was like really doing the whole serious Wi-Fi narration thing. Like, he was the first one where I saw actually, he's doing what all these Wi-Fi battlers do, but he's doing it with Pokemon Online.
I mean, I think, the whole way, like, going into Pokemon Online, like, is that I was just, like, kind of really wanting to upload it, and I think I saw Hayden, like, he had another channel, and he did live narrations with Pokemon Online, so I thought, oh, well, I could just download a cheap screen recorder, and, download the, I could just, record the battle, and then just, fast forward up at certain places, and then narrate it. But, then it was, I don't remember how, but someone, narrate it on, this, animator thing. I'm like, oh god, you probably have to download several different programs and other things like that. And then all of a sudden I just go on and he goes through the tutorials all you have to do is do this, and I'm like, okay, well that makes things easier. But the thing is that that's opened it up to a whole new community. But in a sense, I don't know, I'm just seeing lately a lot of the people who do Pokemon Online uploads, the quality of it, the quality of the AESoft thing itself is sketchy. Because it has weird dimensions, and also for recording, ideal for YouTube videos, and also it's I don't know, that little background color in the back of it just doesn't look very visually appealing. It just kind of looks So that's why you're getting a lot of hatred uploaders on PMP beta who upload battles there. So yeah, also it's I don't know, it's just. I don't know, the quality of the narrators I'm seeing isn't very good either. And one more
depending on where you turn to.
That's true, but...
I like the PMP to get more people who are, they're PO battlers.
Well, yeah, because like I said earlier, it's convenient, so... Yeah, but like I said earlier, it's convenient, so you're going to get a lot of people who are just going to upload, and they might not necessarily be good at it, or people want to hear,
Well, one more thing I want to add is that the Pokemon, I mean, it's kind of made a small community, and it's the whole PO Simulator channel, that thing went up with beta. or Pokemoshpit. But
that community.
Yeah.
yeah, like it established a community. Like it's kind of cool. Like now, like there's other people on there now. Like the bigger Wi-Fi battlers are getting involved in there. But the thing is that that's the thing. Like I feel like the big Wi-Fi battlers, like Blame Truth, the Flaming Spade, and a few other guys, they're starting to get involved, like, in thing. Like, they just use the Asoft thing, which is fine, but the thing is that I feel like it's just an easy route, and I feel like if I had the option of choosing which video to watch, I would definitely watch the Wi-Fi battle over the PO battle any day, just because of the sake of quality, and because, I don't know, it's just... I've been having.
But it's like I don't.
Them.
But it's like that's where I'm kind of like I don't think it should matter that much.
Well, for me, it's the fact that if they're going to upload it with the Wi-Fi, it shows that they have genuine interest in it and that they actually want to watch it. Like the only people I'm subscribed to who do PO battles are really you guys, and that's just because you guys are people who I've gotten to know over the course of me having my channel. So, like, I don't know. Personally, to me, it just seems there's too many people out there in the PO community who are just uploading battles because they think that they'll get famous and get partner and all that, and yeah.
That's precisely what I was talking about. The quality wasn't as good, but I don't know. I'm curious that Saint Raven, like. You're the only one here who actually does Wi-Fi battles solely. Like you don't have any Pokemon Online battles.
Yeah.
Like, what's your standpoint?
I don't have a stream.
What?
Like, I mean, I try to download, can't get a chance to, so, I mean, I would love to do those matches, because, again, for me, I have access to Wi-Fi on my DS at home, so I have to go halfway out to half town, 2 miles away, get that match done, come home, narrate it, and stuff like that, so. Yeah, easy access, so I can be like, okay, narrating the matches.
I don't know. Like I've been seeing a lot of quantity over quality in PO battles. That's specifically why I'm not being as much as a fan.
Yeah, like as soon as I get a DS and Ace card, I'm gonna switch over. I may still continue to do PO battles, but it would really only be against you guys or subscribers that I have, and.
But yeah, you see, like,
Yeah.
I understand it's like I find it harder to find battles with PO as a result, but I can't just resort to like an ace card because finding battles would be more difficult and time consuming. I feel like I'm gonna do what's more convenient until I feel like Wi-Fi battles and actually make a good channel out of it. At this point, I just don't know. I know I can at the moment, but who knows if that'll change.
Anyways, JR, you want to bring up your topic you
kind
had?
of random, but I found out about this today from a news update from the Game Station. But Japan actually just revealed a new coming out. And this game, yes, it's a new DS game. It's Pokemon and Nobunaga's Ambition. I wasn't sure what to think of the game at first, but get this. It turns out it's a Pokemon tactics game. That's basically like a lot in the past. But the idea is you battle through with all your Pokemon, and everything takes place like in an area, and they take turns attacking and such. So it does sound like a pretty cool idea. It's not like the Pokemon game I've been dreaming of, where it feels more like you're like naturally battling them, but it's still pretty cool regardless.
I mean, I look at that and I look at it's a more advanced Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. It's like it kind of combines like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Pokemon, like the Pokemon franchise games like that they've always been doing. But I don't know, it's just it looks cool, but like I feel like they're really trying to stretch out and gain money from 5th generation Pokemon stuff.
Well, that's not. I don't want to assume anything right now. I want to learn more about the game before I kind of jump to any sort of
Do you have a
conclusion.
link to this?
Because this is pretty cool in concept. We're just going to have to wait and see what they do with it.
Yeah, I think that's Followjohn's website where he has the trailer on it. It looks, I don't know, it looks a little anime-y, like, battling kind of for me. Like, at first I was watching this, I'm like, this is nothing to do.
I mean, I'm a big fan of tactics games, so I would probably play it simply for that reason.
That's true. I mean, like, yeah, I'd definitely play it. Is it for the 3DS or the DS?
At this point, it says DS, but maybe I'm wrong. But maybe that is going to be the 3DS. Who knows?
I mean, for me, it's I don't know. It's a little bit. Yeah, sorry, my mom came in. For me, it's I don't know. Like, I think it'll be okay personally. It's just that I'm a little bit like I for a game it's fine, but I should contribute a little bit towards like Pokemon Gray because number one's like it's just destined to come out. And why would you wait more than a year for another one of these games? It just doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird, but again, I'm just kind of saying because I think it's cool. Maybe it'll be as cool as I hope it'll be. Like, let's just see what happens with it. But I think it's still, I thought it was worth bringing up. We're just learning about it.
It'll have potential. We'll have to see because I haven't seen.
I mean, I still enjoyed Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
I do too.
I didn't think it was as good as.
I think it's definitely got
made top
potential.
straight in.
Serious games.
So.
Like it.
Yeah.
He was probably watching porn while we were talking about
what's
this.
your opinion on it, Raven?
Frustrating.
Talk at any time.
Yes.
So, Fire Emblem a lot. I enjoy playing like Fire Emblem a lot, and that's basically the same thing as that game. So I'm kind of interested in seeing that personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that.
Compared to the standard Pokemon.
Well, see, Pokemon Gray, I don't think it'll be that hard for them to, like, make it. They can still make this on the side. Like, it'll just be like the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon of this generation, you know?
Yeah, I think I don't know. We'll just have to give it a chance, depending. Like, I have no idea what is going to happen with it, but it should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd still like to see them make remakes
I think they need
of Ruby and
Pronto and
Sapphire.
Stack,
Why
that's
though?
what
I
they
don't
DS.
understand why.
Because they need to.
Because they always showcase a different generation right in the middle to tide.
Does that
public
mean
over
they?
for
That
They'll-
would
years.
seem worth it. It seems
So-
a project. I'd rather than focus on trying to make a game like
They'll make boatload
that
from
makes
it.
the bad links feel more reminiscent of in the show.
So like a Super Smash Bros. Style.
That's the word.
Kinda thing?
That's the type of gaming I'm talking. Just something more like either you give them commands or they're able to. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
So
But
so
I don't
you're
like
gonna-
the Smash Brothers because that's just more like melee attack, boom, 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 boom. Like no, like
I could definitely see JR just going, "Okay, Pikachu, use Thunderbolt."
I would do that.
I'd be
I would
like,
do that
yo,
too.
that's-
I could just see you being very passionate about it.
I'd be like, yo, Steelix, get that
Steelix
right
is
face on. Oh,
In
Yes.
for
So help me God, all of you.
Alright, so is that it? I assume.
we got one last question, and it's an easy one.
Wait, but I just
Favorite
wanted to say
Pokemon?
before,
I
the
will go
person
last.
Who got me inspired though, and also looking at the battles was actually Wild
Oh.
Chase. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a chance to even answer that
First
question.
person.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, Raven. Who's
Well,
yours?
I've had my channel a lot longer than you guys have. I know that for sure. I got started on Mothori and Zero. This
Yeah.
was way back, like a couple years ago. So
Speak up a bit.
it was a battler, and then Mothori and Zero was an old battler that used to post up a lot, and that was why I really started watching him. And then I got interested in the metagame there, and then I got onto Z, and a bunch of other guys. So like, that's my history.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so quickly, favorite Pokemon.
Yes.
Go.
Damn it!
Ah, no,
AJ.
you're giving me decisions I don't want. Here, skip me.
Okay, Raven. We know yours.
Struck,
Go.
Structure.
JR,
I have
go.
multiples. Fine, Golem.
Pick one. Okay.
Okay,
AJ,
it's
go.
a decision between Salamence and Empoleon.
Salamence, go.
Okay, fine, Salamence. Because he was the first guy
Okay.
I really raised to in high
Okay.
levels. But Piplup
Alright.
was my first Pokemon.
Aw.
Now,
A boy and his penguin.
I'm only going to give clues to who mine is. No. I have like 9 different ones of this
Steelix.
Pokemon, and they all have the same
Caterpie.
name.
I said
No,
Steelix.
it's not a Steelix Raven. God. Yes.
It's
or
Steelix. It's
Caterpie.
Steelix. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's a Steelix.
I
Yes.
mean,
All of them
it's
named
Steelix,
penis.
like I don't know. Like for favorite Pokemon, you always want to go with like in-game ones. You never
What are
really
you
want to go
talking
competitive.
about? I use Steelix all the time in game.
Well, no. Like not like usage, but like when choosing your favorite Pokemon.
He's still a pretty good Pokemon in game, though. You know? Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Steelix. Yeah, I mean, so is Empoleon and
Yeah.
Salamence, obviously.
The thing with Salamence, though, it's right at the end. But, anyways, getting off topic. That's the end of the first episode of HitmonChat. I don't think I'm gonna do another one this long. This was really long. Holy shit. We're at an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
I'll
'cause you
edit
guys-
it down and yes, we
You guys
babble a lot.
babble.
We'll get better as
Great.
we go on. Anyways,
Babble,
yes. So, peace out, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe to Poke Fight Club. And remember, first rule of Poke Fight Club is talk about Poke Fight Club. For now, and then don't talk about it. Yeah.
And then you go watch the movie Fight Club.
Yeah.
So you understand what we're talking about.
And if you haven't seen it, then get off the internet. You're fucking 12 years old.
Yeah.
No 12-year-olds
pretty
on the
much.
internet. Unless
Unless they're hot in their name.
JR, no.
12
No
years old,
pedophilia on...
Yeah, that's disgusting. Okay, the ending was boner. Goodbye.
I'm not the one who said they have to be 12.
Boner.
He really didn't